Why, hello there YouTube and welcome to a Revolting review. I'm Random Ross and today I review Insidious. So, written by Leigh Whannell and directed by James Wan, starring Patrick Wilson, Rose Byrne, Barbara Hershay, Lin Shaye, Leigh Whannell and Angus Sampson. This is a supernatural horror film which follows the Abbott family, where their son Dalton is comatose due to an incident, but soon find out that his body is there, but not his astro form, and psychic Elise believes that Dalton has, spirit has gone into a dark world known as the Fervor. So that's the story there. And of course, his father, has to go into the Fervor to try and save him from the evil lipstick-faced demon. So there's the story there. So I thought, with the 5th film on the horizon, I thought it'd be time to revisit this franchise and review the first 4 films. So I'm reviewing where it all began. So, what did I like about this one? Well, I like that it actually made me jump on first viewing. I remember watching this, seeing this advertised, and it's saying from the creators of Saw and the producers of Paranormal Activity. And I was like, okay, I was invested. So I went to see it in 2010, and I didn't really find it scary much. But I will admit there were the few scenes that made me jump, including that table scene where we see a brief look of Lipstick Face. Also, Lipstick Face Demon, I like the look on him, the makeup and stuff on him, and how he looks like, sort of like Darth Maul's evil cousin. I like the look of that demon, and seems to be a reoccurring presence with the Abbott family. Not Abbott, oh no, that's the A Quiet Place family. The Lambert! My mistake there. It's the Lambert family that I'm on about. I don't know why Abbott came to me, it just did. But no, it's the Lambert family. So forget what I said before about them being called that. It's the Lambert family. Yeah. In this, I liked the jump scares and the storytelling and the visuals as well. And, like I say, the storytelling. Leigh Whannell and James Wan are just the perfect duo to make a horror movie. You can see they did it with Saw, which sort of brought them into the spotlight. I mean, it started off as a little student film they did, but then how it developed and became the iconic franchise we're still watching today. Yeah, good work from them too. And I liked our leads in it, Patrick Wilson and Rose Byrne. Great actors. Of course, Patrick Wilson would go on to be a regular with James Wan, appearing in many of his other films, including the Conjuring universe and and Aquaman. That's all I can think of so far with him and Patrick Wilson. And Patrick Wilson is soon to make his directorial debut in the upcoming installment, The Red Door from Insidious. But we'll get to that eventually, won't we? Right now, we're revisiting and re-reviewing the first 2 installments. So, yeah. I also like I said, I like Rose Byrne. She's a very talented Aussie actress. And I like her in all kinds. So she's pretty much good in nearly every genre from what I've seen. Like comedy to horror. Like 28 Weeks Later and... and then comedies like the Bad Neighbours films and Bridesmaids. Yeah, I liked her. I also liked, oh god, her name's just slipped my mind now. Barbara Hershey, there we go, who played, Patrick Wilson's mother in it. She too was good in it as well. Looks very beautiful for her age. I also thought Lin Shaye was great as well. She too is no stranger to horror and has made her fair share of appearances in that. She was good as the character Elise, who kind of went on to be the series protagonist for a while in the last 2 films we got. But she was good in this too. I also liked that Leigh Whannell, played a part in this film as one of the two henchmen. Well, not two henchmen, two of the two tech guys with Elise, with Angus Sampson as well. Both playing their roles in this, both being paranormal investigators, but then turning out they find out that the paranormal is real, and they then start joining forces with Elise. We get all that explained in the third movie. But also, Tiny Tim's song, Tiptoe Through the Tulips. I mean, I already thought his music was a bit, odd, but this movie makes his music creepy, particularly the dancing boy scene. Now, of course, we all now know about that dancing boy scene, that we see him pretty much foreshadowed and in the background before we get a proper look at him. In there, we already know all that because it's become a thing over the years where it's in things we missed on the first viewing. And I'll admit I did miss that on the first viewing, but then I now know it all the time, knowing that it's there. That he's standing by the wall when she hangs the coat up or something, then we see him again dancing to Tiptoe Through the Tulips, and then the lipstick faced demon starts playing the song as well when they finally make it to the further end. He saves their son. I thought the kid who played Dalton was alright in it. Didn't do much because he was in a coma, but yeah, the time we did see where he was actually awake he was alright. The other kids though, I feel didn't have much development because I don't recall much of them in that film. But still, this again, another installment from James Wan and Leigh Whannell that started a franchise. Not as many installments as Saw, as of yet, but like I said, we're soon to get a fifth one. I mean, we didn't get them out every single year, sequel after sequel like Saw, and to the point where both Wan and Whannell both lost interest in having involvement in that series, but still, they've maintained their involvement with The Conjuring and Insidious, and probably still Saw because they started it. But yeah, Insidious is a good horror. I believe in America it's PG-13, which in the UK is 12A, but in the UK the certificate for it was 15, which is our version of the R rating. So they must have showed more things that us Brits can handle in it. I don't know, but yeah, Insidious, great first start to the 2010s decade in horror as well, because this film came out 13 years ago now. 13 years, and we're still getting some, decent flicks out of it. So, what am I going to rate Insidious? Do I have anything negative? Like I said, maybe not enough development on the Lambert kids, but other than that, decent horror film, and I enjoy it. I recommend it. So I'm going to give Insidious, you know what, I'll give it 4 stabs out of 5. 4 stabs out of 5 for Insidious. So there you go. There is my review on Insidious. Have you seen this one? Let me know down in the comments below if you have. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and to share with your friends, and feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and to hit that notification bell. I've been Random Ross, and this has been a Revolting review on Insidious. So yeah, like I say, like, share, comment, subscribe, feel free to do all that by your free will. And if you're new and if you're returning here, I'll see you soon. So yeah, until next time, don't have nightmares.